Okay, so this is part of the regression tutorial for hinging. Again, biggest joint, biggest muscles, most powerful part of the body. We want to tap into it and we want to know we're doing it right because that just gives us power, and if we do it correctly, we really minimize injury potential. Okay, so the same principles from the first regression one that we did, except now we're going to add some resistance to it. So we take a heavy band of some sort, you pick the color that you feel comfortable with, you loop it around something stationary and stable, and then you hinge down and get a hold of it, and then here's the trick. This is going to help me feel what it should feel like in a deadlift or a bent row. I'm going to step forward from it and create tension, enough tension that it almost wants to pull me backwards, okay? Now, using the same principles as we did in the first tutorial, I'm going to hinge forward, keep my spine nice and prioritized, and then I'm going to drive up tall. So feet into the ground. So this is where they say, separate the ground with your feet. So I'm going to get my feet in the ground, prioritize trunk, got the resistance here, drive up, hold. So what happens if I actually round my spine and deprioritize it? Well, let's try it. If I round out my spine, which I see at the gym all the time, set it, and then if I go to come up, I feel that in my back. I don't feel it in my hips and legs. Come back down, round out, fall back up. That's a lot more effort because I'm using the wrong muscle groups. Back down. Prioritize it, set it, drive up. Powerful, easy to do. Okay, so that's the band. Let's take it a step further. Let's take the ropes from the cable system, put the cable system on the very bottom. Select the weight that you're comfortable with lifting to get a feel. Step over it, hinge down, grab the ends of the rope, walk away from the stack. So again, I've created some weight tension. As before, I can do it narrower stance, wider stance, doesn't matter. I'm going to hinge down, drive up into extension. Hinge down, drive up to extension. Now, what if I round the spine up? Good, deprioritize it. Already I feel the load. It's actually pulling me back more. Drive up from that, it's all spine. Wow, okay, come back down, round my spine, lift it up. Again, wrong. So I want to prioritize the trunk, hinge with the hips, drive up. It's easy, much easier to do, a lot more power to the legs themselves, okay? So give those a try. You'll really appreciate how your hips work and how they contribute to giving you a great deal more power.